Well, so I'm going to share a little bit of this etiquette that old Ben shared with me, this etiquette of making relatives. One evening we walked out into the desert. There was this dried riverbed. They called them like washes in this area. And we followed it out, and there was these old juniper trees, and there was sagebrush, and there was even signs of willow. There's all these different plants that were out there. And as we began to walk out there, he said, walk in a way that your feet are listening. Walk in a way that as your feet touch the ground, they are connecting with the ground. They're connecting with the earth. They're connecting with the spirits of the people who have all walked before us. Now, this is a very special way of walking. You can see how in our everyday life, we tend to just walk. We just go. We're on concrete pretty much the majority of our time, unless we're in our homes. So we don't think that beneath the concrete, we are still connected to the ground. We're still connected to the earth, to all the people who had stepped where we had stepped. And so there's this power in going into nature, like go into a park, go into your yard, go where you can touch the living earth. Begin to step on this earth with this recognition that it's alive. If you are on dirt and rock, those rocks and dirt is an acknowledgement that it is alive. And so we want to begin to honor the aliveness of everything around us. All these plants, these trees, the creek flowing behind me. There's a living entity that is there, a presence that we can feel into. Old Ben would share is like, how often do you really greet a plant? Us humans are walking through the world totally oblivious to all the life that is all around us. We think we are here alone in nature, but we're not alone because we are surrounded by all these life forms. But we have adopted that colonized mind that, we're above the plants, we're separate from the plants. Why should I give and acknowledge the plants, the soil, the sky, drops of rain? But it's that kind of psychology of separateness that keeps us broken, that keeps us feeling orphaned from all that is all around us, that we are a part of this. So we wanted to begin what's called granting beingness. To grant beingness. And the way you grant beingness is when you are walking around, go to a plant and just become fully present with it until you are really there seeing it. And then you say, I see you. Or you can say, I feel you. If you feel its presence, tap into it. Now you are granting it beingness. You're acknowledging the life force, the intelligence, the presence, that it is there. Right? And you may go further to recognize this plant has its own grandmothers and grandfathers that have long been here, long before us, will be here long after us. Then you might come to a new layer, where as you are here with this plant and you can feel it, you may begin to sense how it senses you. It feels you. And so you may say, I see you. I see you seeing me. Or I feel you feeling me. And if you want to go to that next layer, you could sense that the plant is now aware that you are feeling it. Now there's that reciprocal energy is here. It's not one-sided. We're no longer spectators. We're no longer tourists. I feel you. I feel you feeling me. I feel you feeling me feel you. Now there's exchange. Now there's relationship. This is a very simple practice. Very simple practice, but it's going to open so much. Open your heart and breathe in a greater layer of connectivity and belonging. And because what we are doing here is restoring relationship, recognize relationships take time. They're not transactional. We don't say, okay, now I have relationship because I did this. We have relationship each time we show up. We nourish relationship. We cultivate it. It's a way of honoring. It's a way of being in conversation with it, where I give something of myself and it shares something of itself. And we become changed by the interaction. So you can begin to go out into nature. Find a place you like to frequent. It could be in your yard. It could be in a park nearby. But a place that you, over this next year, you would like to cultivate a deeper relationship with, where you can begin to learn from it and give of yourself through your own expressions of gratitude and heart. Okay, we're going to begin there. And we'll keep going a little bit deeper and a little bit deeper as we cultivate these relationships. Okay. Om.